vulture went running by. His name is Barf, but we'll get into that later. The little bird you saw flying out of that tree was Daryl, our red-crested Toraco, and we're going to bring another one down to the tree in case some of you missed it, because they do move pretty quick. So here he comes on down to that tree. This is Daryl. There he comes. Notice that beautiful red on their wings when they fly. You only see that when they fly. Now, Toracos are African birds. They come from the Congo regions of Africa, where you find gorillas and drill monkeys, just like we have here at Zoo Atlanta. Well, I'll tell you what, we have another African bird that we'd like to show you as well. This isn't a jungle bird. This is a savanna bird. This is a bird that comes from the same part of Africa that you find lions and giraffes and zebras. This is Henry, our red-billed hornbill, coming out next. There he is. Yeah, he's just as cute as a button. This is as big as he's ever going to get. Anybody ever seen the movie Lion King? Well, this is a real Zazu. This is the kind of bird that Zazu is in Lion King. Now, what's really unique about hornbills is the way that they nest. For some of the guys, this is a pretty good system here. Let's see what you think. When hornbills decide that they want to nest, they pick out the hornbill that they like best. And they pick out a nice nest site. It's a nice hollowed out tree usually. Yeah. And she hops into that tree and muds herself in. He helps to mud her into that tree. She stays in that hot African tree for up to 3 months. She is just a little slit to breathe through. And she lays the eggs. She hatches out all the young. She raises them all up, does all the house cleaning. And when all the youngsters are all grown up and feathered out, well, then they break open all the mud, and out they all come. Not too bad, huh, guys? Wouldn't mind mudding them up in a wall a couple of times. But no, the males don't get off too easy. They got to bring home the bacon. They go out and gather food and stuff it into that little crack in the mud. So they've got their work cut out for them as well. How about a hand for Henry, our red-billed hornbill? All right, well, we're going to come a little closer to home with our next bird. Not quite to Atlanta, though. This is a bird that you'll find out in the prairies of the Midwest. He's a big, scary-looking owl we're going to bring out next. He's a burrowing owl. We call them burrowing owls because they don't live in trees. They live in burrows. And this is his burrow right here. He's going to come slinking out of that burrow for us. He's only been in a few shows, so sometimes he's a little bit slow about it, so we need everybody to be nice and quiet for him when he comes out of that burrow. Now you folks sit right here, front and center, are going to get the best view of him. All right, he is in the hole. He's coming. Can y'all see him? He's a big, scary-looking owl, isn't he? He always has to get to the entrance and then think about it. Now, these birds are burrowing owls. They don't typically. Oh, here he is. I know, don't die in fright. He's going to come on over to his stump here. He's thinking about it. Like I said, he's just brand new. There he goes. That's our big, scary burrowing owl there. This is Carson. He is full grown. It's as big as he's ever going to get. He only weighs about a quarter pound. He's a little teeny bird. But think about it, these birds live in burrows. So if they were great big, they'd have a hard time finding a burrow that they could fit into. There you go. You're going to get your reward, Carson. Now, somebody look at Carson. These birds, they don't typically dig their own burrows. They will live in the burrows that have been abandoned by prairie dogs or even gopher tortoises. You'll find these birds out in the desert southwest. And you'll also find a population of them in Florida. In fact, there's a little colony of them at the Miami airport. So the next time you're through there, keep an eye out. Look for that telltale burrow, and you'll see these burrowing owls. There he goes. Great job, Carson. Kim's going to walk him around and let all of you get a good up-close look at him. You can see he's really well camouflaged. He'd be a really tough bird to spot out in the wild. And he has beautiful gold eyes. He turns and looks at you. Like I said, he is a full-grown owl. That's as big as he will ever get. And he did a great job today. How about Carson? another bird from that same part of the world that we're going to fly for you right now. He's going to pop out of that window right up there in the building. There he is. Come on down here, Tex. That's right. This is Tex, and he is a Harris hawk. In fact, he's the brother of the Harris hawk that you saw flying earlier. Now, all the really observant folks might notice that he's a little bit smaller than Arizona. Well, that's the rule in birds of prey. The females are actually larger, not the males. They're also the boss in the world of birds of prey. I need everybody to stay sitting down. He's raring to go. Here he comes. Now, these birds are also called chestnut-sided hawks. Watch when he flies over. You can see the beautiful brown patches on his wings. Stay sitting down. There you go. Flies very low. And you know what? The lower all of you duck, the lower he flies. So you might as well just sit up and enjoy him as he goes cruising by. He has his mouth open. He's panting. Birds will pant when they're hot, just like a dog does. They don't sweat like you and I do. Not that any of us are sweating today.
When you let go of my finger.
Yeah, Tex, you can't take Tim with you, Tex. You gotta go all by yourself. There you go.
Up here, Emily Stewart. He's up here.
And we're just gonna fly Tex a couple of times today because it's so hot today. You wanna come back over here? Bertie, you really do have to go all by yourself. Good boy. Now, what's really different about Harris hawks is that they are social birds. And think about that. When you're driving around Atlanta and you see a hawk perched out on a telephone wire, it's usually all alone, isn't it? Well, these birds will actually live in family groups, and that's really unusual in birds of prey. And like I said, these are desert birds. There's not always a lot of small prey for these birds to eat. And so if they live in family groups, well, then they can hunt in packs, and they can take out bigger prey that just one Harris hawk couldn't get by itself. All right, let's send Tex back up to his window there. How about a hand for Tex? All right, well, we have some other birds for you today. Some more birds of prey. In fact, we're going to bring out some owls for you. Yeah. The first owl we're going to bring out is called a spectacled owl. These are birds from the rainforest of Central and South America. He's going to come popping out of this tree. Oh, yeah, and if you're quiet, you can hear him hooting in his little tree. This little tree here. Come on out here, Barkley, and say hello to everybody. Up. Y'all hear him hooting? Come on out here. All right, this is Barkley. And he is a spectacled owl. He's only 2 years old. And when he arrived here at Zoo Atlanta, he was still in an egg. We hatched that egg out and hand raised him right here at Zoo Atlanta. And he's our little spoiled brat baby bird. He just started flying at shows this week. He's been doing a lot of training. You want that over here? You need a little bribery? Let's see what we can do for you, Barks. Here. Good boy. Whoop, whoop. He slipped off my glove. He doesn't know he has some of the most powerful feet out of all our birds. Somehow he just doesn't want to hang on very tight. Here you go. Get your reward. He did a great job making little baby birdie noises. Yeah, that's Barkley making those noises. Now, like I said, these are spectacled owls. And both those white feathers around his eyes kind of look like he's wearing a pair of glasses or a pair of spectacles. And that's where they get that name. And these birds, they, like I said, live in the rainforest, and not a lot is known about these birds in the wild. We know that they do really well in captivity. Like I said, Barkley was hand-raised right here at the zoo. And those are some of the noises that he makes. He makes a lot of different vocalizations. And those are just a few of them. We're going to see some other birds, though, today that do some really interesting vocalizations. Let's say goodbye to Barkley. You did a great job. How about that? Well, like I said, we're going to get into some more birds that do some really unusual vocalizations. And on top of that, this is a very intelligent bird. As opposed to a bird you just saw. How many folks have heard of the wise old owl? Yeah, that isn't true. Actually, owls are among the least intelligent of all the birds. They're really not very bright, but some birds are very bright, and I'm talking about parrots here. Let's bring up Cortez, our little golden paw. There he comes. Come here, Cortez. Good boy. You want to tell this nice crowd hello? Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty loud there. He also does a nice casual southern hi. That's very nice. And you know what? This bird comes from the same part of the world as Barkley, that owl that we just looked at, from the rainforests in Central and South America. And unfortunately, due to pet trade and habitat destruction, all macaws are either endangered or threatened. Yeah. So you know what? Cortez has decided he's going to be Zoo Atlanta's wildlife cheerleader. Yeah. He does a real good job, doesn't he? Yeah, that's a very enthusiastic cheer. You want to do that again? Do your cheerleader. Yeah. He does a real good job. But you know what? These birds, as I said, are very intelligent. So if you do decide to get one as a pet, do your homework. Because these birds, you can't just throw them in a cage and leave them in there all day and expect them to be happy and healthy birds. They also have very powerful beaks. They can dismantle furniture in the blink of an eye, and they can bite very hard. Have you bitten me very, very hard? Yes, you have. That's right. And they can also scream very loud. This is a very natural behavior for birds, for parrots. Think about it. These birds live up in the canopies of the trees, and when they wake up in the morning, they can't see their flockmates. So they call out to them, "Hey, where's everybody else? I'm over here." Well, you know, if you got a parrot, you'd be their flockmates. So first thing in the morning, they call out to you. Be just like you're in a rainforest. Not like that. So every day at sunup and sundown, and they do it again. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. But these birds do pick up noises that they hear around them. That's very natural for parrots as well. And he's picked up some barnyard noises. You want to do some barnyard noises for everyone? All right, let's do some barnyard noises. You want to show them your turkey? I didn't have you next to my mic. Now let's do your turkey again. You want to do your turkey? Yeah. But my favorite barnyard noise is his billy goat. Yeah. Pretty good, huh? But you know, he gets kind of bored of the barnyard noises. So, you know, we thought we'd try something new. Cortez has decided he wants to do celebrity impersonations, a la Cortez. That's right, he does a famous celebrity, he does James Brown. Woo! Yep. I'll tell you what, Birdie, you want to stay out here and see the next bird? You do? But, you know, it's a bird that could eat. Nah, I didn't think you wanted to stay out here. Why don't you tell everybody that you gotta go? All right. Oh, that was wimpy. Didn't Cortez do great? Give it a hand! All right, good. Yeah, that's what Cortez deserves. He's a great bird. I'll tell you what, we've seen birds from Africa and South America, all over the world. Let's bring out a bird that we might see right here around Atlanta. What's the most common bird of prey that all of you see around Atlanta? The red-tailed hawk. That's right. Kim gave it away for me. That's right. This is Amber, our beautiful red-tailed hawk. Now these birds, that's right, they hunt rats. That's absolutely right. That's one of their favorite things to hunt. Rats, rabbits. That's right. And you know what? Since Amber arrived here at Zoo Atlanta, we haven't seen one single rat in the wildlife theater. They hightailed it right out of here as soon as Amber arrived here at Zoo Atlanta. But these birds don't take birds out of the air, contrary to popular opinion. These birds, they do enjoy rats, rodents, and other animals on the ground. They're designed to ambush them. That's one of the reasons they're so easy to spot, because they're always perched out in a very open area. Now, hawks live about 20 years, but Amber here is 26. We're really proud of the fact she's been so long lived. Well, she's done a great job. Thank you, Amber and Kim. Yeah. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's bring out a bird that we might see around Atlanta, but let's free fly him for you. Y'all want us to fly another bird? Yeah? All right, we're going to bring a bird out and fly him for you. We're going to bring out a vulture. Now, there's only two kinds of vultures you'll find around Atlanta. Turkey vultures are one kind, and that's the one you saw running by earlier. But the other kind is a black vulture. So let's bring out our black vulture. His name is Jasper. There he is. And we're going to show you how you can tell the difference between these two kinds of vultures when you spot them in the wild. I know he's having there he goes. I'm going to go ahead and leave my glove on. He's had a problem flying to the speaker instead of doing these morning. There you go.
That would be very challenging.
Flies. We're going to show you how to tell the difference between the two kinds of vultures. Can you see the silver on the tips of his wings? That's how you spot these guys. That was really beautiful, Jasper. When you're looking at a turkey vulture, the other kind of vulture, the silver goes all the way from the tips to the body. So black vultures are blacker. That's how you can remember how to tell these two birds apart. These folks up in the top corner haven't had enough action, so let's set them up here. Right there. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Keep those hats on. You know, when y'all watching it, Oz, he flies overhead. Remember, keep your hats on. All right. Good boy, Jasper. He did a great job, didn't he? Well, you know, about 50 acres of trees get cut down in the Metro Atlanta area every week. We're losing a lot of our native habitat, and with that we're going to lose a lot of our wonderful native birds like Jasper and Amber that you saw earlier. So get out there and do what you can to help preserve our native habitat, and with that our native birds, because they're absolutely wonderful to have around. And we're going to bring some birds out and let everybody get a real up-close look or ask any questions, take any photos that you want. I just need everybody to stay behind the wooden barrier while they do that. And we're sure glad all of you came out here to Zoo Atlanta today. Thanks and enjoy the zoo. Thanks, you can all go now. You can
Hey everybody! We're at Stone Mountain.
Let me take my glasses off.
Go ahead.
The biggest rock in the world.
Now we need Greg and Regina over here. Come on.
Come on, Dan.
Hey, look here. Look at that beautiful view.